Anyway, I kept my word last night and I didn't watch a snap of the football game. However, the reason I bring it up is because something significant happened to Kyler Murray. It looked like a no contact injury. I don't want to say if it's an ACL without doing my research, but something tells me he might not be playing the rest of the year. And as much as I don't like Kyler Murray, as much as I slander Kyler Murray's game, you never want to see that for the sport of football. So Cardinal fans who were scared to watch me because you guys thought I was going to be doing like jumping jacks in here over Kyler's injury, not the case, never the case. Anyway, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video and happy Tuesday. For today's video, I have a fun thing planned. I am going to be ranking every single NFL team on how fun they are to watch. I haven't ever done this before, and I think this is going to be a really good video because certain teams, even though they're not great, are a lot more fun to watch than teams who are better than them. And that's been the case for a really long time. Don't shoot me if I say I don't like to watch your team. Again, this is all in good fun. Before we hop into it, we're going to run through my plugs. So 1, head over to gfuel.com, use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products. 2, if you're 18 years or older, you can head over to Prize Picks, the daily fantasy app, where code WyattzWorld will match up to $100 of your first deposit. And lastly, if you guys are trying to hook your parents up with some cool, unique, affordable gifts this holiday season, hit the link in my bio and it will bring you to the ultimate Christmas gift guide of 2022. Seriously, everyone, it makes shopping so easy. And it helps you avoid people if you're like me and you don't like being in public places. Anyway, enough blabbering, let's get into the video. Alright, so here we are at the tier list, and this time I have it separated into 5 categories. Starting at the top, we've got the teams that are electric, the teams you cannot get enough of, the teams you are never in your seat for. Below that, we've got the teams that are popcorn worthy, teams that you might not be out of your seat the whole time, but you're gonna want to have a bowl of popcorn handy because there's gonna be a lot of good moments. Under that, in the middle, we've got the teams that are a decent time, meaning every time you watch them, you know, it's never bad, but it's never the most fun you've ever had. Under that, we've got the teams that are flat out boring, and at the bottom of the list, we have nap time. Alright, so starting off with the first team, we got the Cardinals, unironically, and I will put them in a decent time. I don't hate watching them. I hate the team. I don't like their quarterback. I don't like their coach, but that's not what this is about. Kyler can scramble. They have DeAndre Hopkins, who's one of the best playmakers in football. They have Hollywood. You always got to be on the lookout because explosions can happen there at any time, and that is fun. What's not fun is watching the team implode and argue every single week. That takes a lot of credit away from it. Next up, we got the Falcons. I think they're boring as shit. I don't know. They score points. Falcon fans probably love them. Every time I watch the team, it's the same thing. Marcus Mariota throwing incomplete passes, followed by about 7,000 handoffs. They don't target their best players on the team. They're frustrating to watch, and I think they're boring. Up next, we've got the Ravens. Popcorn worthy. I won't put them in electric because they can, you know, have slow games. We've seen it a lot this year, and they can have droughts in games too. However, if you have Lamar Jackson as your quarterback, that speaks enough volumes. That guy's a human highlight reel on his own. Moving on, we got the Bills. They're electric. You got a quarterback who hurdles people, a quarterback who throws 90-yard bombs into the wind, a defense that murders people, a wide receiver who can catch just about anything. Call me biased, I don't care. They are electric! After the Bills, we've got the Panthers. Honestly, they're a decent time to watch. They've never been really that boring of a team. I mean, it is a little bit worse to watch them without CMC on the team now, but when you got guys like JC Horn and Brian Burns always making plays and DJ Moore being a firecracker, you could have a good time watching them. I just wish they had a quarterback who could bring you consistent entertainment. All right, moving on, we got the Bears. Without Justin Fields, they're nap time. With him, they're popcorn worthy. Are you kidding me? He makes that team so much fun to watch, dude. Yeah, it sucks their defense is always getting killed. The games are always close and they're always losing. But with that guy running that offense, it's like a whole new team. Moving on, we got the Bengals. Electric. Are you kidding me? They have 3 #1 wide receivers on that team. Their quarterback is God. I swear, it is so rare that you watch a Bengals offensive drive where you're just like, wow, that was boring. Doesn't happen. There's like a 50-yard pass on every single one, it seems like. Electric! Moving on, we got the Browns. They're between boring and a decent time for me. I love watching Nick Chubb, but that's it. And when he doesn't do good, there's not a lot to look at on that team. Maybe Amari Cooper, but ever since Jacoby Brissett's been gone, he hasn't really even done that good. I'll save them in the decent time category because they have Nicholas Jamal Chubb. Every time he touches the ball, I'm having the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. After that, we've got the Cowboys. Electric. I mean, realistically, this is one of the only teams where you can actually say their defense might be more fun to watch than their offense. I'm never bored watching a Cowboys game, especially because I always want them to lose. So if they're losing, it's even more fun. Up next, we got the Broncos. Nap time. I don't give a shit. Their one game against the Chiefs, that's not enough to wake me up from the coma they put me in. We have played 14 weeks of NFL football. They have scored under 20 points 10 times. 10! Up next, we got the Lions. Electric. Everybody's rooting for them, including every fan base in the NFC North. I swear to you. Number 4 functioning offense in the NFL right now. Second in the NFC North. Their playoff hopes are still not dead. Making the run of a lifetime. That is the definition of electric. Also, I'm sorry, I missed the electric for the Cowboys, so, electric! Up next, we got the Packers. Boring. They're getting a little bit better now that Christian Watson's starting to develop some chemistry with the quarterback. But the team has never been fun to watch this year. Not for a second, if you're asking me. Following Green Bay, we've got the Texans. Nap time. I wish I could say they were so bad they were fun to watch, but they're not. They are literally so boring. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Same thing, man. I seriously, I hate them. Up next, we got the Colts. Nap time. I hate watching them. I've always hated watching them, ever since Andrew Luck retired. They're only finding success when they're doing the ground and pound, and that's never really fun to watch unless it's Nicholas Jamal Chubb VIII. So unless you're into watching Matt Ryan throw incompletions and interceptions, their offense is awful to watch. And it sucks too because their defense always plays so good that the other team can't score, meaning the game is always like 3-3. I'd rather watch NASCAR than the Indianapolis Colts. After the Colts, we've got the Jags. Popcorn worthy with ETN and Trevor, absolutely. Without those guys, yeah, they're probably nap time, but with them, you can't look away from the TV, especially with how Trevor's been playing. Up next, we got the Chiefs. Boring, stupid, gross, disgusting. I would rather watch paint dry on a wall. They're my arch nemesis, okay? Moving on, we got the Chargers. Popcorn worthy because they're always fun to watch play offense, and if the game is close, there's a 99.9% chance they're gonna blow the game at some point. You never want to miss that. I appreciate you guys for taking care of Miami, but good God, if I had to bet on you guys to save my life, I think I'd just save some time and jump in front of traffic. Next up, we got the Rams. Boring, borderline nap time. Woo! Let's go watch Cam Akers run it for 1 yard 17 times in a game. They don't have anybody. When their whole team is present, they're popcorn worthy. Next team we got is the Raiders. This is a borderline electric team, and for all the wrong reasons. Look, their offense is so fun when everyone's playing. You got Waller, Adams, Josh Jacobs. They can string together points like it is nothing. Like seriously, they can be such a cannon team. But at the same time, they're just like the Chargers in the aspect of whatever can go wrong for them will go wrong. You're either getting an offensive showcase or you're getting a comedy act, honestly. Next up, we got the Dolphins. They're electric right now. With Tyreek and Jalen Waddle and Tua, I know they just had a bad game, but it's as electric of a team as you can get. And honestly, I know I rag on their defense allowing points all the time. It's a good thing that they do for this case, because that's why the games are always so high scoring and so close. That's why Tua is always throwing for 1 billion yards a game. They have to score in order to win. Really can't stand that they're doing good. I hope they continue to collapse, but as of now, to watch them, they are electric. Moving on, we got the Vikings. Just popcorn worthy, man. The thing with the Vikings is that it doesn't seem like their offense is clicking all at the same time ever. It's either their running backs carrying the team when Kirk can't find a receiver or have time to make a play, or it's the receivers carrying the team when the running backs can't get anything going. Also, every year there is several games where the Vikings just get blown out from start to finish and they never get anything going at all. We've already seen that twice. I love you guys, but you are not electric. Up next, we got the Patriots. I'd rather watch Dr. Phil, and I put that there specifically because I think it's the most boring show on planet Earth. The guy is so monotone, dude. Now, calm down and just think about what you're saying here. We're on national TV. Offense is boring. Defense is fine. I mean, they don't even really have that many playmakers on the team. They have like 2. After them, we've got the Saints. A decent time, I guess. They're weird. Certain games, they can be really fun, and certain games, it can be just an absolute crap show. Honestly, with Andy Dalton, I think it's been better than with Jameis. After the Saints, we've got the Giants. I'm sorry, guys. You're boring, and I think to anybody who's not a Giants fan, that's probably gonna be the case. Unless Saquon Barkley is going off, like, what are we watching? 0 superstars for your receivers. Danny can be okay when he runs, otherwise as a passer, he's fine. But that's it. Following the Giants, we've got the Jets. Decent time, honestly, with Mike White or Zach Wilson. It doesn't matter. Their running backs can find ways to make the game entertaining. Their defense is actually a lot of fun to watch, too, and they got Quinnen Williams, Sauce Gardner, the terrible twosome making everyone's life miserable. No, they've made a big step, honestly. I'm happy with the Jets. After the Jets, we've got the Eagles. They're electric. They kick the shit out of anybody they play. Pretty hard to not enjoy that unless you're the team losing. Electric! After the Eagles, we've got the Steelers. Boring. Their offense is just so slow this year, man. They kind of made a little run a couple weeks ago, but now it looks like they're falling back into the rhythm. Definitely more fun to watch them when they had Ben, AB, Le'Veon Bell. This new crew, they're not filling the shoes. After the Steelers, we've got the Seahawks. Popcorn worthy. If you don't agree with this, have you watched a Seahawks game this year? Ridiculous. Just when you don't think they're gonna score or do something big, they always do. After Seattle, we've got San Francisco. Electric! Now, they do have a downside. Certain games are kind of slow. You know, they can be low scoring because their defense can be so brutal and their offense can rarely get shut down. But that hasn't happened pretty much ever since Christian McCaffrey's been there. And no matter who the quarterback is, the team is steamrolling. After San Fran, we've got Tampa. I mean, it's always a decent time watching Tom Brady, but right now it's pretty meh watching him. Kind of like the Steelers, you know, they brought it to life and had a cool run there, but they're not playing like a championship team. They're not playing like a contending team. And if they were in any other division, there's no shot they'd make the playoffs. After the Bucs, we've got the Titans. Not gonna lie, I think the Titans are pretty boring. Yeah, Treylon Burks is bringing some spark there, but without AJ Brown, they've been significantly less fun. And when Derrick Henry's shut down, rarely do they do anything. And lastly, we've got Washington. They are a decent time. They make a lot of boneheaded mistakes, but they got a quarterback that the team can rally behind. They got a quarterback that the team trusts. He's got some balls to make some offensive plays happen, and even if they don't, they're an interception. That's always a good laugh. Could be a lot worse than watching the Washington Commanders, if you're asking me. And that is my ranking on every NFL team on how fun they are to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know where you agree and let me know where you disagree. With everything I just said, I'm gonna hop off and get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And as always, I will see you in the next video.